When life gets unpredictable, preparation matters. In medicine, it's all about staying alert, ready for whatever comes through the door. On the road, it's no different. That's why Volvo designs vehicles to help anticipate risk, reduce harm, and protect lives. The Volvo XC90's advanced safety systems inspire confident decisions wherever the road takes you. The Volvo XC90, for life. Proud sponsor of the Pit Podcast. Learn more at volvocars.ca/safety.
News update is at 10:30.
Great talk and good company every morning. Elias Makos, CJAD 800.
Welcome back. David Heurtel in for Elias. Well, I interviewed Conservative Party of Quebec leader Éric Duhaime a few days ago. There was a lot of reaction there. A lot of reactions on the text line, 514-800, about this conversation about this Conservative Party of Quebec candidate in NDG, Dr. Roy Epen, about anti-discrimination laws. And after my interview with Éric Duhaime, I got a message from the Conservative Party candidate in Darcy McGee, Bonnie Feigenbaum, saying, I would love to have the chance to speak with you about Bill 21. Well, I said, you know what, Bonnie? I would love to have a conversation with you. And we got along great online. So here she is, the Conservative Party of Quebec candidate for Darcy McGee, Bonnie Feigenbaum. Bonnie, thank you for coming on this morning.
Oh, hi. Thank you so much for having me.
So before we talk...
It's an exciting morning so far.
So, I mean, I got to be fair, and you know, I'm trying to be as fair and balanced as possible on this. So
that is your job as the fourth estate.
There you go. So, but I'm allowed opinions too. But the thing is that
I'm not actually in this role at this moment.
Yes, I have an opinion, and I'm allowed to have one. But the thing is, here it is. So I got a lot of texts, Bonnie.
Sure.
Supporting the Conservatives, regardless of what candidates have said in the past, including what Dr. Epen said, what was reported in the Journal de Montréal this morning about anti-discrimination laws. And I think it's best summed up by Sean in St. Anne's, who writes, people are going to vote for the Conservatives because they want small government, non-interventionist options, something we've almost never had in the province. The fact that there's a few loony candidates in the mix is just a function of a small party still figuring out its vetting process and the challenge of attracting good candidates to an upstart party with limited chance of election. People are still going to vote Conservative because they want a non-statist option. The silly comments of a few candidates are inconsequential. All parties have had silly people in their ranks. So that's from Sean in St. Anne's. So, Bonnie.
Yes.
What do you think about your next door neighbor in NDG's comments?
Okay, so this is the second time I'm being asked on CJD to answer for Roy. My comment would be ask him yourself. Invite him on and ask him about it.
But you said Bonnie, that's not fair, because you said you went on with Aaron and Natasha and said live and let live. Does that correspond to your definition of live and let live?
No, listen, to be honest, it doesn't matter to me what the personal views of each candidate is, as long as they respect the party platform and vote the way their riding expects them.
Okay, my question to Bonnie Feigenbaum.
Yes.
When you said to Aaron and Natasha, live and let live, does that correspond to letting go of anti-discrimination laws?
I am not as well versed in the laws as I would like to be honest with you. And I've learned as a teacher, don't answer questions if you don't know all the full facts, because the students will Google me immediately.
All right, so let's move on. You don't want to answer the question. Okay.
I honestly don't. But I will tell you that I think that Roy should answer for his comments.
He did.
My comments are that the people you call, or with Sean call loonies, are everywhere, and we have to stop these side tangent stories and focus on health, education, and economy. So let's talk about something on our platform.
Okay, so Bonnie, just to be fair, when you contacted me, you said you wanted to talk to me about Bill 21.
So let me start
go
with
ahead.
that. How about that?
Go ahead.
Ready? Okay, so it's not on the platform. Yes, it's not on the platform. I've only been with the party a short time, so it's not going to be this time. But I'm going to tell you again what is our values. MNAs are expected to vote the way their riding expects. So as a researcher, I commit to making sure that if anybody gets repealing Bill 21 back on the floor, I will be voting the way my riding expects me to. I was hired by CJA in 2014 specifically to lobby against Bill 60, the precursor. So my position is clear. But I have to make sure that my riding, with its new delineation, that I'm not making a research mistake and putting my own position into my riding. I will make sure of that. I mean, I've been teaching this for years. I will make sure I get the pulse of my riding, and my riding's voice will be heard in Quebec by me.
Okay, so tell me about the platform then.
What? It's a big question.
Yeah.
What would you like?
No, but I mean, you're saying we're spending way too much time on candidates. I mean, I'm like, I've been in politics, and I mean, a candidate's positions on issues is relevant to the party. Yeah. I mean, it's what I don't get is why you think that you're saying that basically we only have to read the platform. So the platform, for example, does not talk about immigration. So is that to say that the Conservative Party of Quebec has no position on immigration, and we shouldn't ask you about immigration?
Ask me about immigration here.
I'm asking you.
Exactly. So what we want to do is make sure set up a system to fast-track all the professional certifications of our new Québécois so that they can choose to work in the jobs that they actually want to be in. So we create wealth in those communities so they can continue to build a welcoming network for the new Québécois arrivals. Federally, I worked in the Mount Royal riding, the most multicultural riding in Canada. Each community has their own magnificently developed infrastructure and network to integrate new arrivals. So the more that we can take care of our own, the more we can improve our economy and improve our diversity. But, I mean, we're the best suited for that. We have the most diverse candidates. Even in the office that I'm setting up, I'm working with this young lady, Katrin Rosada, sorry, you know me, bad with names.
I'm bad with names too, by the way.
She's Russian-Ukrainian. She came here when she was 7 years old. She speaks 4 languages. I'm sharing with Sabrina Ayit Akil. She's 33 from Algeria. Algerian. She's been here as well since 7 years old and knows 4 languages. These young women are contributing to the diversity of our caucus and to our knowledge. We don't know what we don't know until we talk. And that's what I love about our caucus. We are expected to bring our community's voice to Quebec City and not the other way around, amplifying the party's position and selling it back in our riding. You know what happens in caucus, David.
I do.
You've been there.
I do. No, I get that, but it's interesting that you're using examples of other candidates and you're talking to me of other candidates' background as an argument to promote the Conservative Party, yet you don't like when I bring up other candidates' views on issues. I'm trying to understand. I'm not talking about their views. I'm talking about who
facts.
They are.
Who they are.
Yeah.
You wanted me to. I can't. I'm not. I didn't. You didn't ask me about catchers.
No, I asked you about immigration. The fact that
I told you
the fact that the party has no official platform position on immigration.
Read the platform. It says we want to fast track all of the professional certification. Isn't that a way to boost the wealth of our immigrant community and make them feel a part of our society when they can use the skills, the jobs that they chose, the professions they chose to go into to better our society? It's a crime that there are doctors as Uber drivers and nurses working in Subway. They should be in the hospitals where we desperately need healthcare workers.
Totally agree with you.
So that's our immigration policy. And then when each community is more wealthy, look at the Jewish community, look at the Italian community, Bangladesh, Asian community. And I know I'm making the classic mistake. I'm forgetting of so many people. A Filipino community. Please forgive me, all you wonderful cultural communities that have amazing networks set up to welcome people and acclimate them. The more wealth that's in those communities, the more we can invite more people into the wonderful mosaic that is Quebec.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
Sure. I read some information that people are concerned how Eric is going to control, quote unquote, his caucus with all of us independent people being allowed to speak their mind. And I'm fully confident in his ability to lead caucus to consensus as opposed to demanding our silence in order to remain with our party, which I believe is one of the reasons Madame Samson left a CAC to become a Conservative MNA. Eric's ability to manage his caucus while allowing a free vote, and let me be clear, not a free vote personally, but in the sense of the way our riding expects us to, is in line with the Conservative values of being expected to act like responsible adults. So I don't get it, honestly. You complain that the leaders don't pick qualified candidates with experience. Then you say if the caucus members do their job and use their experience and speak their voice, the party won't be able to govern. So what do you want us to do? What do you want Eric to do? Collect great candidates and then not use the skills or the talents that make them great? We should be quiet and toe the party line, smile and wave like a penguin? But that's the way all the other parties do it. It's not the way we're going to do it. And that's one of the big reasons I returned to politics, and I'm standing behind this party. So I can say to my constituents, when you're voting for me, it's my name on the ballot with Team de M, and that I will absolutely be able to be your voice in Quebec. That's the way it's supposed to be in a democracy.
All right, Bonnie, we'll leave it at that. I'm sure we will continue the conversation, but thank you for coming on this morning.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Bonnie Feigenbaum, candidate for the Darcy McGee riding for the Conservative Party of Quebec.